game here. Dick Herman, Dennis Karen calling today's game. Jim Hollis on the camera, and a little warm out here today. That's nice to say, Dennis, huh?
Let's never complain about the heat, Dick.
Well, we always got to mention the weather. That's part of our stint here to talk about the weather. And it's not too often we can say it's too warm for a softball game, but exciting week for the Lady Whalers.
Yeah.
They may want to kick us out of here. We were here last week at Georgetown. Nantucket didn't hit for a lick in that, and they lost. But as soon as we left, they scored 13 runs in the second inning. The second game of a doubleheader, won that.
Yep.
They're a big school. That's why they're in Division I, and they have good athletes over there. It's a growing community. I mean, way back when we started playing them in the old Cape and Islands in the early 70s,
Right.
They were sort of on par with us a little bit there, but now they've outgrown us.
And the stolen base is an out. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand that move. I have a feeling she sort of took off on her own. The pitch was high.
The runner on first went to second, so we got runner on second, 2 down, and we have a conference with the coach.
Now, interesting scoring question, Dennis. Does the runner on first get a stolen base, or does she get to second on the throw to third?
She got the second on the throw to third.
That's how I would score it, yeah, because she was not leaning. She took off after the throw.
Which is good base running.
Yeah. Now, if they both took off at the same time, then you
give her a stolen base.
Then you would give her a stolen base, yeah.
I think she went to third on second on the throw.
But the runner going from second to third that was tagged out didn't look like that was her major intent to steal. I almost think she thought it was like ball 4. She got herself too far off the base, and then she just kept running because it was a high pitch, up and in, and that stolen base looks real big. I mean, that throwing out, trying to steal, looks real big now. Instead of the bases loaded, 1 out, we have first and third, 2 outs. This runner on first will probably go right down.
We got Kat Garbachek. I probably pronounced her name wrong, but Kat. She's playing the second base today.
Portion of the first inning brought to us by Outdoor Power, 85 Pleasant Street. Get your lawnmowers sharpened, weed whackers ready to go. New and used equipment for sale at Outdoor Power. They're open Monday to Friday 8 to 4, Saturday 9 to 1.
And that's a stolen base. So we got second and third now, 2 down.
Nantucket pitcher having a hard time finding a strike zone. She gets it there. That was a nice pitch low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This would be a big out to get, Dennis.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can keep him off the board here.
And four starters for. Dick, did you bring your glove today?
You don't need a glove for catching these out here. Even Fox can't get them.
Yeah, he didn't go after it too hard either. All right.
My kind of guy.
So at any rate, now I forgot what I said.
Did I bring my glove today?
Okay, no.
Or was that before that?
Before that.
Before that. Oh.
There's a shot, and that is getting down. That brings in 2 runs, and it's a 2-base double.
Yeah. So Nantucket was 1 pitch of getting out of it. She fought off a tough 2-2 pitch and got it fouled down the line. Then she just made it too good, wanting to get the strikeout, put it right over the plate, and she powered it to left center field. No chance for anybody to catch that.
Okay, Caitlin Spinella up. Coaches give you a lineup, Dick, you know, and if you can read their writing.
I know it. Well, penmanship is becoming a lost art, that's for sure.
Particularly in the coaching profession. I had to know.
Nantucket does a good job with their lineup, though. They
Yeah, they do it
type
on
it
the
out.
computer.
Computerize it, yeah.
Yes, they do. Okay, runner on third.
Well, that outstealing looks huge now because that cost them a run. There'd be 3 runs in and only 1 out rather than 2 runs in, 2 outs.
The Whaler outfield consists of Jalen Harold in center field, Darcy Folks in right field, and Sierra Gray in left field. That ball got between the left fielder and the center fielder. And there's the strike. All right, inning over.
We'll play the half inning here. Sandwich 2, Nantucket coming to bat. Heading back for the bottom of the first inning. Bottom of the first inning brought us by Don Allen Auto Center. New and used vehicles on sale at Don Allen Auto Center. Check them out, Popus Road. Check them out on the net, www.donallenford.com.
Farrell Deuce batter, and the pitcher for Sandwich, her name is Sawyer. First name is...
Now you mentioned they had 4 girls away on a trip today for
One of
Sandwich.
them's the pitcher.
And one of them was the pitcher who beat us, so this could be interesting here. I assume this is the number 2 pitcher.
Libby Sawyer is the name.
You know, a big week for the all the Nantucket teams this week. Everybody was looking for getting into the playoffs. Both baseball and softball was on the bubble. Lacrosse was looking for higher seeds. Everybody had a great week here. You know, the baseball come in. They beat Sandwich. Talking about a big victory. They beat Sandwich 5-4 in 8 innings to even their record. Lacrosse won on Tuesday, beating Mashpee 17-5. Girls lacrosse beat Sturgis West 21-9. Both lacrosse teams bring up their records. Then on Tuesday, lacrosse boys lacrosse won again 15-3 over Falmouth Academy. Softball team needed a victory bad, and they got it on Wednesday, beating Barnstable 7-3. That brought them to 10-9, which gets them into the tournament no matter what happens today. And then, so the boys lacrosse are in number 4 seed, Dennis, with a 16-3 record. They're playing Monday versus Hull at home, 4:30. The girls are in at a number 11 seed. They're 11-6, going to Fairhaven. They were number 6 seed on Tuesday. Baseball won again on Thursday, beating Cape Tech 10-2. That gets them into the playoffs 7-7. And the girls varsity lacrosse beat the Barnstable 13-8. So everybody won this week, and helping them get into the tournament.
One away, little pop-up. Isabella Kyberg popping the ball up, shortstop making the play. 1 out. And the throw gets pretty close, though.
It was close, yeah, it was. Gets itself into scoring position. Nantucket would like to answer here, down 2-0. It's always important to answer when the other team scores. One out, runner on second for the Whalers. Got a lot off that one, yeah.
A lot of motion, not much speed.
No. Albert G. Brock Insurance wants to wish each and every student the best school year and summer coming up. Brock Insurance are here to provide you all your insurance needs. Give them a call, 228-0104. Now, who has to pay money to go to a tanning salon? You just sit here with a ladies softball game and you You're all tanned up for the summer.
That's true. It is a short base hit. All right, run for the Whalers. Go to second. Duat.
Yeah, Duat read that one well. She gets the base hit in the RBI, but she watched the left fielder after a slight bobble throw to the shortstop. So left fielder made the mistake of not throwing to the base, and Duat took advantage of it.
All right. So the Whalers hit the scoring column.
We see the Nantucket number 2 pitcher warming up down there in left field, Mark. So I don't know if
Really?
that means anything. Starting pitcher a little bit wild. What she have? 3 walks in the first
A
inning.
couple walks and a big hit.
So we'll see. We'll see if that means anything.
There's a fly ball that is out.
Do it right on the bag. No chance to advance on that. Hit right to the center field. Center field is pretty much on top of second base, catching it. We've got you.
Jalen Harold up. for the
Base hit
Whalers.
could tie it up here, Dennis. 2 outs. Seeing what you got there? 2 runs with 2 outs. So let's see if Nantucket can answer and tie it up here with 2 outs.
And
There's
there's
a little
fly ball.
blooper.
That's
That
gonna
could
get
tie it up. Here we are tied, folks.
in. Okay.
That was,
Chittister.
should have still got that.
Oh, Brooke Holgate. I missed her. Okay. I'll have to make up for that.
We've got you covered in town and out of town. Nantucket Island Pharmacies. In town, 45 Main Street. Out of town, 122 Pleasant Street. Both pharmacies offer you prescriptions, nutritions, beauty products, health aid, qualified, knowledgeable staffs. Nantucket Island Pharmacies. So it's 2-2 here, and Nantucket still batting. 2 outs, runner on first. A lot of change-ups by this pitcher here. Nantucket's going to sit on that. If she's throwing a change-up pitch, which she's really telegraphing almost 1 out of every 4 pitches. If they start sitting on that, Dennis, they're going to catch it a few times. When you know it's coming, it's an easy pitch to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That one there wasn't quite the change of pace, but she did take something off it. Coach yelling encouragement, looking for the punch out here to get out of this inning. And she gets it. So we have played 1 inning here. After 1, Nantucket 2, Sandwich 2. Getting ready here for the 2nd inning. Island Variety. Check it out. Gifts, party favors, graduations coming up. Get your graduation cards at Island Variety, 5 Freedom Square.
All right, we have the Libby Sawyer, the pitcher, up for Sandwich.
The warm-up activity and left field stop, so just a little case of maybe being ready if need be.
There's a fly ball to left field.
Tracked it down nicely there, brought it in for the first out of the inning. Each game we've seen this year, Nantucket moving players around and everything. It's a not as uniform as some years. Some years we do 3 or 4 games and it's the same basic lineup,
Yeah,
day in and day out.
yeah.
Coaching staff still looking at their players, moving them around, and hopefully they'll have it all together because they'll be playing again next week, somewhere, sometime. Open up that strike zone. Keep calling them.
Yep. Let him swing the bat. But the big thing is have her throw strikes. And that's a foul out of play.
That was a double header here. It hit the front part of the fence on the top and it bounced off the back part of the fence at the top. When I was leaving after getting the Nantucket lineups down here, Dennis,
Yeah.
it was about, what, quarter or about 15 minutes before first pitch scheduled.
Yeah.
And Chris Maury said, I have another one of these tents if you want to set it up down there. Now,
Well, what are we doing here?
well, I wish he told, my point is, if he told us that earlier, or we had the field people set it up for us. So we got to remember that. We got to
It's
set
not
that.
going to help us today.
Not going to help us today, but in the future, we have that as a backup, a tent that can be set up for us.
We should never complain about the after this winter about the
Both the heat.
But there's a ground ball back to the pitch. Good play, 1-3.
2 up, 2 down here.
And the number 9 hitter, Alyssa Fragano. Got the nice white helmet.
Samantha now has retired 3 in a row here, looking for her 4th. Goes right at her.
Strong inning so far for Samantha. Look at the bottom of the order.
Well, you want to punch them out anytime you can.
Yeah, you need to get them. And there's a base hit.
So the number
9
9
hitter
comes
comes
through with a
through.
hit. So same as last inning. She had 2 outs, 2 strikes, and the RBI double was put in play. This time, 2 outs, nobody on, 2 strikes, and puts it in. So
Okay, the number 1 hitter up. And the left-handed batter, and Kylie Cardosia.
now, if I'm the same with coach, I have this girl running because the worst case scenario is you have your leadoff hitter leading off next inning. The best case scenario is you have her at second or a wild throw at third. But so far she's staying tight to the bag, taking a decent lead but not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Pitch in the dirt, not running on that one either. Now the count's in favor here. She may be taking another pitch looking for a walk. Seeing which gets the count in their favor, they play for the walk. There it is.
There it is. Base on balls.
It's a third of the game. They'll kill you.
Every time.
So a nice, clean inning. 2 outs, nobody on now is getting a little bit hairy as Sandwich has put 2 aboard with a single and a walk. Chris Maury wants to talk it over with Samantha.
Kerry Fitzgerald, the batter for Sandwich. She singled her first time up. And then was thrown out at third base.
Right now, that's the biggest play of the game because she would have scored on the double, and Sandwich would have had 3 runs on the first inning with another at bat to add to that. All right. Coach Murray has his say. Let's see what Samantha can respond and get this third out.
Yeah.
Now, if Gino's listening to us up in Maine, hurry back, Gino. We have tournament games next week. If not, Jim's going to jump right in, take over. Harry was here. Harry would probably be playing on that jungle gym there behind us.
Right. Nice pitch.
Two and two. Here's a pitch shows she's been having trouble with, trying to get the third strike on the third out.
Close, but ball.
Maybe it's 2 and 2 now. Yeah, it was 2-2. Now it's the full count. All right. Now the runners will be moving. Samantha needs to make a pitch here as the runners will be moving.
There's a
Line
drive
drive.
right to the.
Right.
Oh, great. Okay.
We've played an inning and a half. Sandwich 2, Nantucket 2. Okay. Nantucket coming up 2-2 here, Dennis.
Yeah.
And sun is getting into the booth here. Also, if you check the fielders here, the left
There you
field, I mean the right
that,
fielder, the center field, the first baseman, all feeling the pinch. As the sun dips down, it's really going to hurt the
Outfield.
first baseman and the right fielder.
And good depends on the cover. Yep.
Good cover there by second base as the first baseman had a field. The pitcher didn't get there in time, but first baseman committed anyways. Second baseman made the good cover to get there.
Darcy Folks with that right up. Sierra Gray up.
Nantucket Airlines, we're all about the islands. Call now for reservations, 228-6234. Nantucket to Hyannis, 15 minutes.
Ooh, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, the umpire didn't like it, didn't see it that way though.
No. All right, Sierra's got the.
Count in her favor.
Yeah.
She should be looking for that change of pace. Comes in a little bit high.
And she takes the walk. All right.
So Nantucket has the go-ahead run on first.
One away.
Let's see if Nantucket's running.
And we got Brooke Campbell up.
Trying to force the throw down, doesn't come.
Whoa.
It's the snap throw. They're keeping an eye on her.
Yeah.
Doing a little dancing out there. Foul ball. I think Nantucket just should go up there swinging, Dennis. She's not throwing anything they can't hit, that's for sure.
No. Little pop-up foul.
There are a lot of fans here spread all the way around on both sides of the field. The Nantucket bench is going to pick up a little shade from that tree over there. Very little. Well, at least the sun is behind them, not in their face.
Okay.
Steals the
We got a
base, but with strikeout.
Okay, and Samantha Stewart up. The base comes off as usual. Well, we're at the back, we're at the top of the order, and Farrell Deuce the batter. Don't we see this happen every game, Dick?
It does. This base is supposed to make everything safe, but It is a nuisance that it comes off and not as easy to reset itself.
All right.
When we played, the bases were tied to the ground with iron pins or something.
There's usually glass on the field. Or oil. You ever play one of those? I know. Remember Winthrop? They had a field just like this with oil on it.
Oil on it.
Keep the dust down.
You put a little baby oil on you to help you get a better tan, right?
Exactly.
Now we're using sunscreen. All right, Nantucket trying to get the runner in from second here to break the tie.
And Farrell takes a walk.
So we have 2 on, 1 out.
And we got Isabella Kyberg up, second baseman.
Nantucket coming into the meat of their order here now. They could do some damage.
They are. Wow. I don't know how.
All of a sudden, the umpire is not seeing the strike zone.
We like a big strike
We
zone.
want Bartlett back there.
Ball 2. We got 2 outs.
Are there 2 outs or 1 out?
2 outs.
2
down.
outs.
And runners on first and second. And there's a fly ball that's going to be caught. Nice play.
I think it was caught in foul territory. We've played 2. It's Nantucket 2, Sandwich 2.
Two to two.
Uh,
What happened to her?
She was late for school or something last week. So. But she,
Okay,
all
here
right,
we
getting
go.
ready for the 3rd inning, Dennis. What do we have coming up for Sandwich?
For Sandwich, we have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Helen Colwell, the batter.
Okay, the meat of the order here for Samantha to go after. Let's see if she's up to par and can do it. This will be a good punch-out inning here, Dennis.
Yeah. That was a nice pitch. She threw that ball right by her.
Yeah, waving at that one. Nowhere near catching up with it.
And the ground ball back to the pitcher. Nice.
Yeah. A little bit off balance, swinging at that, and just tapped it back to the pitcher for an easy out.
Okay, stepping in is Ashley Landry, shortstop. So right now, we're sitting, Samantha settled down, and that's going to be a base hit. First pitch.
So 1 out single.
Kat Garbarchek, the batter, the second baseman, number 4, or number 9, I should say, playing the 4 position. We got 1 out, 1 on. A 2-2 game. And there's another ball that's going to be, we get in there. Yeah. Ball's thrown back in. So two straight singles. First pitch.
Yeah, just a little bit out of the reach of the right fielder coming in. If she could have come up firing on that, she would have had a force at second.
Third baseman Caitlin Spinella struck out her first time. So we're in a little bit of a jam here, Dick. But at
That's been the
least
story. That's been the story the whole day so far. We haven't had a clean inning, I don't think, on either side.
But at least Samantha's throwing strikes. That, you know. And there's a little pop-up.
That's an infield fly.
Yeah. There we go. He got it. Infield fly rule. All right, Libby Sawyer, the pitcher, is up. She can help her own cause. She flied out to left field her first time. So we got 2 down. Nice pitch.
We're here in the third inning. Check out Don Allen Auto Center, Sales Service Body Shop. Email them at daford@nantucket.net.
So Samantha is ahead on the count. Looking to get that 3rd out of the inning. It's a ball.
Well, the last time we were here, Dennis,
Yeah.
last Saturday, was the beginning of Fagawi Weekend. Fagawi Weekend's way in the
Back
rear right now. Did you get involved with any activities?
Yes, my activity was staying out of downtown.
Staying out of downtown.
And uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, 3 outs. Good play. Barrel deuce.
A little bit of a bobble, but she gets a hesitation, gets it across. We've played 3.5, Nantucket 2, Sandwich 2.
All right, here we go, Dick.
Okay.
Bottom of the 3rd. Hosea Duat up. She singled, has an RBI her first time. And looks at ball 1.
Opens her up with an off-speed pitch. So this, I think getting to see this pitcher a second or third time, Nantucket's going to do all right against her. She's using that off-speed pitch an awful lot. They can zero in on that. This week coming up is Restaurant Week. Check out some of the specials going on at the many restaurants around town. Check out the Sea Grow. All the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood. Always having specials during Restaurant Week. 45 Sparks Ave. For reservation or to find out anything else about the specials, give them a call, 325-5700.
No walks.
And last week, this time, we were talking about some of the college tournaments going on, and Tufts stepped up and won 2 championships. The softball team finished 51-0. Imagine that.
Yeah.
To win the Division III softball, and then the men's lacrosse team beat Lynchburg, I think it was, to win the Division III men's lacrosse championship. So good things coming out of Tufts up in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Medford.
Well, isn't part of the campus on Somerville, or is it all Medford?
Yeah, it is. All right.
Oh, so we got a base runner here.
And we've got Brooke Holgate up. Flied out to center field her first time. And this is the first person in the inning to get on. Leadoff hitter, first base.
Let's see if Nantucket can build on that momentum. Get her over to second.
And it's a ground ball to second. The shortstop. And a bobble and no play.
So the error hurts, so Nantucket will get the second runner on here. The error, I think the shortstop was thinking
Now,
to get the force at second, and that cost her. She bobbled it.
Kelly Chittister is on deck, but let's see if she lays down a bunt, Dick. What do you think?
Well, what's this? Your number 5 hitter? You don't usually ask your number 5 hitter to bunt. Kelly wheels a
There's
good
ground
bat.
ball back to second. You need to get an out. They get an out. Does her job.
Yeah. It acts as a bunt. Does what the bunt would have done.
All right.
There, the off-speed pitch fooled her though. She was way around on it, and she just got a piece of it.
Jalen Harold up. She struck out her first trip. Jalen has 2 ducks on the pond.
Yeah, this would be a nice time for her to get her first hit of the day.
All right, you got to be aggressive in this situation. And swings and misses.
It was right after that first pitch. Now, if you're further down the bat on your batting order, you might think of a bunt here, but you're not going to ask your number 6 hitter to bunt either, even more than you asked your 5. So they're going to ask her. They're going to ask her to deliver at least a fly ball, get a sac fly.
All right, she's way ahead on the. Libby is way ahead on the hitter, and there is a pop up, and that's a foul ball out of play.
Dewitt was tagging. If that was caught, she was going to head for the plate. Remember, you can tag up on a foul ball. Sometimes people forget that a little bit.
Yes, you can.
Sometimes outfielders forget too. I've seen games where, especially in Major League Baseball.
And there's a ground ball to first base. They get one, and they got to go home late. So the run scores.
Yeah, as soon as the first baseman turned her back to go to the bag to make the tag, Duarte took off. What the first baseman should have done, Dennis, was run towards the runner with the ball, and then she would have had a play on Duarte.
Brooke Colgate moved up to third base. Now we got 2 down. And little pop up to Ketchuk does.
Oh, she finds it. What a play by the
Nice
catcher.
catch.
But Nantucket breaks the tie. After 3, it's Nantucket 3, Sandwich 2.
Top 4, Dick. 4.
Here's a big inning now for the Whalers, taking their first lead of the day with the
Need a shutdown.
run last inning. Be a nice time to keep.
Shelley Wolf, the batter for Sandwich, and she's the right fielder. She's grounded back to the pitcher the first time up. Whoops. Ground foul ball.
Duarte playing in and gets by her, but she's so close to the line that nothing fair is going to get by her. That's what a good third baseman will do. Play right up on the line.
Pablo Sandoval plays, I think a little too close. I heard him the other day in Minnesota.
It did.
You saw the big inning they had. He started out with a walk, which killed him, and there was the pitch that was very, very close. It was in the box they have.
Could have been a called strike, yes.
And then the ball hit the third base. He was in so close, the ball went by him. It was a double, and that put the pitcher in trouble.
Yeah, if he's at his normal position, I know the play you're talking about exactly. If he's at his normal position, he fields it easily. Big strikeout there.
Alyssa Fragamo, the batter, shortstop. Yeah, I mean, you know, I know he got that the pitcher got crucified in the press, but you know, you got to look at the team as a whole. That inning there was bad. It was bad defense.
Yeah, sometimes it's the main guy, which is usually the pitcher, taking the criticism. Football, it's usually the quarterback when the offense isn't working.
Yeah, but you have
Nobody forgets that the guard might have missed his block
Yeah.
on a 3rd down and 1 play.
Sure. Well, no one can see it. That's why. You only see it when you look at the film.
And the average fan, of most fans, You're watching a baseball game, just like we are. We're watching the pitcher and the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching a football game. You know, every snap goes to the quarterback, so you're watching the quarterback. Right now, Samantha's got one out, working in the 9-hit. This 9-hitter killed the last time Noah got on.
Got a single, yep.
And it looks like she might have another one.
All right. Oh,
Oh.
it drops. She got this. She's 2 for 2.
2 for 2 there is, I thought that was a catchable ball, but the left fielder sort of nonchalant it coming in and then finally try to make a catch right at the end of it.
Okay, we're at the
didn't
top
work
of the order. We got Kylie Cardoso. This is her 3rd trip. And she has reached on the base on balls and struck out. Leading off the game. We got a run first and 1 out.
Check out Pudley's Pub. There's nothing better than wings, beverage, and playoffs and Red Sox at the fairgrounds. 15 HTVs. Catch the Red Sox and your favorite playoff teams. Basketball is set, but they're taking a whole week off. You know, they don't play their first game the next Wednesday. I don't understand that, but it's all set up, predetermined, and both series went pretty quick, right? Cleveland swept, and
They're
With
off
the
till
Warriors.
till this coming Wednesday?
yeah, the Cleveland swept four straight, right? And the
Right.
Warriors won 4 out of 5. So they thought they'd be playing like game 6s and 7s this weekend. But since
So
they aren't
what-
playing game 6s and 7, I don't know why they don't start the other one.
Well, they're taking a wagon train out to San Francisco?
I don't know what it is. Giving them all plenty of rest. But I remember, you know, in the Celtics in their heyday, they'd finish off somebody 4-0 and they'd be playing 2 nights later.
2 nights late, every other night. Ground ball through for a base hit. And
Ooh, she fell. Nobody covered. Somebody was covering the bag there. They might have had a play on her. Yeah. Coach is yelling out there that one of the shortstop or the second baseman should have been covering the bag.
Why is he out there? Is this a timeout?
No, well, the girl fell down.
Oh, okay.
So he's just checking to see if she's all right. She would have been dead out if the second baseman or the shortstop stayed at the bag. She took a wide turn and just fell right down. She fell down on her backside, so she couldn't get up very easily. They would have had an easy tag on her. So, old White Hat for Sandwich is leading a golden life there. She gets a hit on a play that could have been made. She stays alive at second base on a play that wasn't made. But right now, Samantha's in another jam. She's been in a jam every inning. Worked her way out of 2 out of 3, but it's tough to live this way. She got to get herself out of another one here now.
He doesn't like the low strike. We got 1 out still.
Yeah, she's an out here in a hurry.
Uh-oh, they're going to advance. Pass ball.
Now Sandwich is looking for what Nantucket did to get the lead. A productive out here at the worst. Get the runner in from third.
Kelly Fitzgerald is our batter. She singled the first time up. Was gunned down at third base trying to steal. That's a good pitch.
And at this moment, again, that still is the biggest play of the game for both teams, as getting thrown out at third in the middle of a big inning cost Sandwich a run and a big out.
Base on balls. Now the bases are loaded.
That's not the worst thing that could have been done there, because now you got to force at any base, mainly if you can get a ground ball to either the pitcher or the third baseman. You can get the force at home. Maybe even the first baseman could force it home. You got to make a quick throw.
All right, Helen Caldwell up, and she's walked in Grounded back to the pitcher. Big spot for Sandwich. And Nantucket.
If Sandwich is going to put some runs on the board, they got to do it now. They have the bases loaded, only one out.
Uh-oh, there's going to be a run there. Game's tied. Wild pitch.
It came a little bit high. Catcher got a glove on it. But even with the shot screen there, the runner came and scored easily.
All right, so game's tied, 3-3.
Now the infield has to go back. No force at the plate now.
And there's a shot that is going to be foul.
Got all of that, but pulled it foul down the left field line.
Good thing.
Good thing it was foul because
Should
that would
still
have
be
scored.
running.
That would have scored a couple at least.
And the line base hit. That's a fair ball. That's going to score 2. And Kroll comes up big.
So double down, right down the line. Again, that was pretty close to the foul line. But Sandwich loaded the bases with one out and gets all 3 of them in on a wild pitch and a double.
And they take a 2-run lead.
Now you want to bear down and keep it at 2, Dennis. You don't
Oh, yeah.
want you don't want this one in
No.
and get it up to 3.
Yep. There we go. Ashley Landry, the batter. She singled and reached. She has been on base twice. Singled and walked. She has to count against her right now. Still only one out there.
That pitch in the dirt, the catcher comes up with a good play to keep the runner from advancing.
Yeah. And a big strikeout.
Jumped out of the way of it, but umpire says no.
Okay, 2 down, and we got Kat Garmachek. And she is 2 for 2. We haven't got her out yet. She's 2 hits. A single and a double. 2 RBIs.
And she's up there swinging first pitch. She wants another one.
Yes, she does. She's not going to get cheated, Dick.
No.
Good hit swing.
Thought about going, but Holgate comes up with it quickly and keeps her at second.
Little ground ball to third base.
Close play. They said she beat it out.
Yep.
So she'll get her 3rd hit of the day. And let's see if they're running. First and third, 2 outs. It's a
Caitlin Spinella up.
normal running situation here.
Caitlin is 0 for 2. 2 down. 5 to 3. Ground ball, and that's going to end the inning. Yes, it is.
Big out there.
4 to 3.
We've played 3.5. Sandwich 5. Nantucket 3.
Woo-wee. Sierra Gray, the batter for the Whalers, Lady Whalers, and she walked her first time up. 5-3 to score. Sandwich in the lead. Nantucket needs a little rally this inning. We have 7, 8, and 9 the hitters for Nantucket.
Nantucket would like to get a base run at least this inning. You know, 7, 8, 9. You don't want them to punch them out. You'd like to get somebody on.
Yep.
2 on and get your leadoff hitter up there with somebody in scoring position. So it puts a little pressure on the 7, 8, 9 hitter to see if somebody can get aboard.
And Sierra's, as I recall, she has a little pop in her bat.
The right field sun line is difficult too.
Pop up
The
and catcher caught it.
No, she
No,
dropped
she
it.
dropped it. Ooh.
She had that one right in her hands. I think she had more bare hand than glove, but she dropped that. So Sierra's going to get another life here. Let's see if she can take advantage of it. And she
it's
does.
A line shot. And she's going to go for 2. And if they hit the cutoff, and she gets a double.
A nice rope into left center field, and center fielder was playing shading right center for the left-handed batter. It's such a long way to run for that.
Okay, Brooke Campbell, the batter for Nantucket. She struck out looking the first time.
So Nantucket did just what they wanted. It's the leadoff hitter on, and the bonus is it's a double. So now you have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 4th inning. Nantucket trailing by 2, so this is a big ribby out there at second base, get a home.
A little pop-up, and the third baseman gets it. 1 down. To the top of the order we're going. Farrell Deuce. Up for the 3rd time. She's walked twice.
Joe Rapacki, CPA, is starting a business this summer. New business, give Joe a call. Helping self-employed people on Nantucket with their businesses for over 18 years. 228-9090.
Nice block by the catcher.
Yeah. Good read by Gray. Gray come off. Seen if the ball got behind her. Ball doesn't get behind her, she holds. Another one in the dirt, another block by the catcher. Looks like a goalie there now, Dennis.
Yeah. Good catcher, block everything.
Yes.
Ball 3. Farrell has walked twice. This could be a 3rd walk.
Yeah, all of a sudden the pitch is losing it. She's throwing 3 straight in the dirt. Catcher's not having fun with this batter at all. And there's ball 4.
Farrell has walked 3 times.
That's a big plus when you get your number 9 hitter.
Yeah,
Oh no,
right.
that's the leadoff.
The
She's the
leadoff,
leadoff hitter.
yeah.
Get your leadoff hitter on 3 times in a row with walks. Good eye by Deuce.
All right, that brings up Kyberg, Isabella Kyberg. 0 for 2. She's popped to left field, and there's a bunt. Nice catch.
Oh,
What a catch.
and she had an easy double play at second, no coverage. She had an easy double play at first. She never looked to first. So Nantucket
Well, there was
dodged the
nobody
big ball.
there. They were all
No, there was a first base. The second baseman was covering first.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I think probably the first baseman was sort of blocking it a bit too. So maybe the catcher, when the catcher looked up, the catcher saw the first baseman up the line.
Yeah. Okay.
But there was nobody covering second base. No. And that's where she went.
Right back to the pitcher. Oh, and wow, what a shot.
So Nantucket gets no break on that, and all of a sudden a big inning is over. We've played 4, Sandwich 5, Nantucket 3.
Wow.
Always goes to the Open in New York there at the end of the summer.
All right. Okay, Libby Sawyer up and gets a base hit on the first pitch.
Okay, ground ball right up the middle for a hit, and Samantha Stewart's been pitching all day with runners on base.
Okay, Shelley Wolf up 0 for 2.
Now we're going to get a courtesy runner in there.
Okay, and the courtesy runner is number 5. Number 5. And that is, her name is S. Fulawi.
We'll call her Sarah.
Okay, Sarah. We'll call her Sarah. Sarah's lead.
Sarah looks quick, and she looks like she might get caught off the bag there. She
Yeah,
stands
she
out
did.
there
She
like
does.
that.
Hanging out in the middle of the
Let's give us
first and second.
a snap throw down there. Holgate. There it is.
There it is. There it is. Too late. Dick, if you and I were playing now, we'd have to have courtesy all over the place.
Right, yeah. I'd be the designated hitter with a courtesy runner standing right next to me. Well,
We want a fast one though.
if they had courtesy runners in baseball, I mean, David Ortiz might play till he's 50 years old, right?
Oh, wow.
He's not playing very well at the moment, but he's had slumps like this before and he's bounced back.
All right, shortstop, Alyssa Ferragamo. First and second, no out.
Oh. So Nantucket already down. Does not want to give Sandwich a big inning of any kind.
Yeah, with
When you
this is
start
the
walking
ninth hitter,
batters.
number 9, takes ball 1.
Oh, White Hat there is what, 2 for 2, or 3 for 3,
Yeah.
one or the
No,
other.
she's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
And it's hanging out of the number 9 hitter. And there's a ground ball back through the first base. And they got one. Okay. Wow.
Good hustle there by the second baseman, and good hustle by the first baseman to get back to the bag for the throw. It looked like she wasn't going to make it back to the bag, but she did, and the throw gets us. So we have 1 out, but the runners move up to second and third.
And we're at the top of the order, and that is number 8, Kylie Cardosia. Had a big hit last time. And there's a little pop-up, and Deuce gets it.
Oh, nice play there.
Nice
Big
play.
out.
6. All right, first pitch, Kelly Fitzgerald up.
Big out there. Samantha can salvage this whole inning now if she can bear down on number 16.
And there's a shot. Harold.
She catches it. Wow. We've played 4.5. Sandwich 5. Nantucket 3.
Wow. Bottom 5. Getting close, Dick.
I hurried that up because he had to make a tape change. I thought that was over her head though and left the bat.
Yeah. She played it really well. Holgate, Chittister, and Harold.